Well, hello. We are Carpal Tunnel, and we introduce SoulFlood, which is basically a product that enhances and democratizes flood risk data through machine learning to mitigate rising insurance costs. So it's a fact that home insurance prices are rising. Data shows that in the previous 2 years, in the US, of all the states, Florida has had the highest rising insurance, and it has been at 68%. Now, how does this affect us? With high insurance rates, you find that buying homes becomes more expensive and renting homes becomes more expensive. So factors that influence high insurance rates, mostly in Florida, are natural disasters. Sitting at the second of these natural disasters is flooding. If you ask a homeowner today in Florida, you'll find that a third of them have experienced flooding in one way or another. Now, what is SoulFlood? I will let my wonderful teammate Tina and Enrique do a live demo, and we'll talk more.
So as you can see here, this is a live demo where any user can input their address. Once they put their address, the data page will show. It will show all the parameters and the score. And my teammate will explain why that score is important.
Yeah, so what you guys are looking at right now is 2 risk assessment scores. So on the left, we have the FEMA score, and on the right, we have the SoulFlood score. These scores, so this is based on a scale of 1 to 7, so 7 being the highest risk score. The FEMA score is solely based off historical data. So it tends to be based off like data sets based on like a 10-year period. So it tends to go out of date fairly quickly. And so the SoulFlood score is based off of the historical data plus short-term data. And we feed that into a machine learning model, and it enables us to get more predictive capabilities, thus producing like a better score, more accurate score. Yeah, and so the question you guys are probably thinking is, who cares, right? So, who here likes money? Yeah, me too. So, a lot of you guys are probably homeowners, and it turns out you can actually potentially save hundreds of dollars per month on your insurance rate, depending on how your risk assessment was scored. And we actually have a real life example of that, so it's pretty cool. And there's a lot of other sort of benefits to be had as well by different parties. So particularly urban planning, government has the ability to allocate resources for infrastructure, for instance, drainage. House builders have the ability to build in locations that are less likely to flood. So there's a lot of benefits here and a lot of gains to be had.
Right now, what happens under the hood? When a user requests for information on a property, we call custom data APIs, which fetch data relevant to that location. Now we normalize this data, send it through a machine learning model, which we trained through 50,001 data sets with an accuracy of 85.71. It's a random forest classifier and outputs those 3 data values that you just saw. Now, SoulFlood outperforms the industry. As you can see, FEMA is the one used by insurance companies today, and NOAA is the National Oceanic Association.
That's lacking!
Thank you.
Right.